Before the sun moved, there was only the sea, only the word of the makers, only the silence that waits. The Popova, the Book of Counsel, the Council of the Great Houses says, in the beginning there was no earth, no light, no flesh, only sky and water, only the framer and the shaper, Tapu and Gukumats, the feathered serpent, the heart of the lake. They spoke into the dark earth, and the mountains rose from foam, trees, and the saber grew its roots on Shabalba, the 9 underworlds, its trunk in the middle world where we stand, its crown in the 13 heavens where the old ones watch, the world tree, the axis, the spine of the living and the dead. But the gods were lonely, they had no voice, no praise, no witness. They needed a creature who could say their names.
First, they made men from wet clay, the earth of the riverbank. The figures stood, then crumbled, their legs dissolved. They spoke, but their words were water, no shape, no memory. The gods washed them away.
The clay returned to the river.
Second, they carved men from wood, the saber and the mahogany. The figures walked, they multiplied, they built houses.
But they had no hearts, no blood, no memory of their makers. They forgot to pray, they burned the forest for no reason. They killed the animals for pleasure. The gods sent a flood of resin,
Thick, black, boiling.
Monkey sprang from the splinters of the wooden men. That is why the monkey looks like a man, but cannot speak the sacred names. That is why the monkey screams when it rains.
Maize, white and yellow ears, the flesh of the earth. The maize god, Hanapu, gave his body.
They ground the grain on a stone mistake. They kneaded the dough with water from the cave.
4 men rose, 4 corners of the world.
Jaguar, wind, water, fire.
They could see through mountains, they could name the stars.
They knew the day of their own death.
The gods whispered,
Too perfect, too powerful.
they blew mist across their eyes. They breathed fog into their ears. Now they see only what is near.
Now they remember only what matters,
Now they forget the gods.
so the gods can rest. Hanapu played the ball game, poke to poke. The rubber ball bounced off stone hips. The sound echoed through the city. The lords of Exababa, 1 death, 7 death. The rulers of the dark heard the noise from their thrones of bone. They invited him to the underworld.
Come play, bring your sons.
Hanapu came, he lost, they killed him. They hung his head in a calabash tree by the road. The tree had never borne fruit. Suddenly it was full. The head became one of the fruit, a skull with lips that moved.
Blood Moon, the daughter of blood gatherer, a lord of Shabalba, passed the tree.
She was curious.
What fruit is that?
The head spoke, it spat into her hand. She became pregnant. The lords demanded her heart. They wanted to cut it from her chest.
She fled.
She climbed to the surface. She gave birth in the forest. The twins,
Hanapu and Exbalang,
the hero twins, the Avengers.
they suckled from the earth.
They grew like weeds.
The maize did not die.
Scattered into the fields.
The head did not die.
Spoke to the twins in dreams.
The twins did not die.
They would return to Shabalba,
They would play the ball game again.
and this time the lords would lose.
The old woman grinds the nixtamal. The dough becomes tortillas. The tortillas become bodies.
The bodies become ancestors.
And the ancestors watch the maize grow.
The maize god is not dead. He is in every ear, in every mouth, and every seed that waits for rain. They killed our father. They hung his head in a tree. We will not lose. Hanapu and Exbalank played ball in the same court where their father had played. Their noise reached Sabalba, the underworld trembled. 1 death and 7 death, the lords of the 9 dark places sent owls with black feathers. The owls carried a message: come play tomorrow, we have prepared the game. The twins knew it was a trap. They buried their grandmother's cooking pot. They left a guardian in the tree, a fly, a wasp, a spy. They descended the dark stair, 9 steps, 9 layers. Each step colder, each step darker, each step closer to bone. Shababa had 6 houses, each house was a test. The house of gloom, darkness without end. No torch, no window. The twins saw a torch on the wall. They did not light it. They saw a cigar. They did not smoke it. The lords expected them to fail. They sat in the dark and waited. The darkness lifted, they had passed. The house of rattling hail, cold stones pelted the body from every direction. The twins wore thick cotton, they curled into balls. The hail passed, they were not broken. The house of jaguars, teeth and claws, yellow eyes. The twins threw bones to the beast. The jaguars fought over the bones. The twins walked past them unharmed. The house of fire, heat and ash, walls of flame. The twins did not burn. They had painted themselves with fire-resistant mud. They walked through like spirits. The house of bats, camazats, the death bat wings like black sheep. The twins climbed inside their blowguns. Only their heads were exposed. Hunapu stuck his head out to see if the bats had left. Camazat snatched it. The head rolled across the court. The bats drank the blood. The head was gone. Exbalank did not weep. He carved a turtle shell into a false head. He placed it on his brother's neck. The false head spoke,
I am Hunapu, I am whole.
The lords were confused. They called the bats, they called the jaguars. The twins played the ball game with the living head. The rubber ball bounced off the turtle shell. The lords could not win. The twins won every point. The lords demanded a sacrifice.
Kill yourselves for our amusement.
Kill us, said the twins, but
Kill us last.
let us play one more game. Exbalank cut out his brother's heart, he held it up. The lords cheered, the blood dripped on the stone. Then Exbalank reached into the water, a bowl of river water. He pulled Hunapu from the ripples, whole alive, smiling. The lords begged for the same trick. Kill us, bring us back. The twins smiled, they cut the lords open. They did not put them back. Shababa fell silent, the thrones of bones were empty. The twins climbed the world tree, the saber with roots in the underworld. Hunapu became the sun, Exbalank became the moon. The sun chases the moon across the sky. That is the ball game, the eternal game. The ball is made from the sap of the rubber tree, mixed with morning glory. The bounce is unpredictable. That is the will of the gods. You cannot control it. You can only learn to dance with it. The ball court is a mouth, the hoop is an eye. The game is still played at night by the spirits, when the sun and the moon chase each other across the sky. That is the rubber ball. That is the head of Hunapu. That is the heart of Zabalba. Time is not a line, it is a wheel. We are the axle. We are the scribe who carves the spoke. The Maya watched the sky for 1,000 years. They did not guess, they did not consult oracles. They counted, they observed the zenith sun. They built observatories at Chichen Itza, the caracol, the snail shell. Round windows aimed at the horizon, Venus rising, Jupiter setting. They tracked the cycles, they wrote them down in codices. Bark paper folded like a fan, glyphs as small as corn kernels. Every eclipse predicted, every solstice marked. The token 260 days, 20 names. I mix Akbal Khan, 13 numbers 1 through 13. The heartbeat of the gods, the calendar of birth. No one knows why 260. Perhaps the human gestation cycle, perhaps the orbit of Venus, perhaps a secret the priest never wrote, a secret whispered in the caves of Jabalba. The Hab, 365 days, 18 months of 20 days. Pop, whoa, sip, sots, +5 unlucky days at the end of Wyab. No work, no fire, no leaving the house. The dead walk during the Wyab, the living hid behind masks. If you looked the dead man in the eye, he would follow you home. Two wheels turning, a gear inside a gear. Every 52 years they align the calendar round. The new fire ceremony, the priests climbed the mountain. They ripped out the heart of a captive. They placed a fire drill in the womb. The flame was born from a chest. The city lit new torches. All old fires were extinguished. All old debts were forgiven. The cycle began again. The world was new. But 52 years was not enough. The Maya counted deeper. The long counter linear chain of time. 1 kin, 1 day. 20 kins, 1 UNO. 18 UNO, 1 ton. 20 ton, 1 katon. 20 katon, 1 bakton. 13 bakton, 1 bakton. 13 bakton, 1 bakton. 13 baktons, 1 8 7 2,000 days, 5 once 25 years. The current cycle began in 3144 BCE. It will end. The stele wreck of the baktons, the glyphs name the rulers. The stone was carved in 9/12/10:00. That is not a number, that is a prayer. The Maya invented zero before anyone else. A shell, a seed, an empty space. Without zero, there is no long count.
Without zero,
there is no nothing.
and nothing
Is the womb of everything. The zero is the pause between breaths. The zero is the silence after the drum. The zero is the space where the gods rest. The stelae stand in the plazas. They face the rising sun. The glyphs record the katones. Every 20 years, a new stone. Every 400 years, a new temple. Every 1 to 5 years, a new world. The scribe carves, the sun rises. The wheel turns, and the zero waits. Patient, empty, ready. Shabalba is below us. It is not far. It is 1 step through the stone, 1 breath through the water. The Yucatan has no rivers, no streams, no surface water. Only cenotes, sinkholes, limestone collapsed into dark water. The Maya built their cities around them, Chichen Itza, the sacred cenote. Green water, high limestone walls, no bottom ever found. The rain god Shaq lived in the cenote. He had a long nose like an elephant. He carried a lightning axe. He struck the clouds to make rain when drought came, and drought always came. The priests walked to the edge. They threw jade, they threw gold, they threw copal incense, they threw children. The children did not drown. The priests broke their skulls first. The bodies sank, the water turned red. The rain came, the rain always came. The king did not send slaves. He bled himself, he pierced his tongue with the stingray spine. Barbed, sharp, curved, he pulled a rope of MacGyver. But through the wound, he let the blood fall on bark paper. Drop by drop, he burned the paper. The smoke carried the offering to the sky. The smoke rose, the ancestor smelled the blood. The queen pierced her lip. She pulled a rope through the hole. She did not scream, she watched the blood drip. She saw the vision serpent rise from the bowl. The serpent had 2 heads. From one head came an ancestor. From the other head came a warrior. The ancestor spoke, the queen listened. The future was not written, it was seen. The serpent opens his mouth, the ancestors step out. They speak in the old language, the language of the cave. They do not speak of tomorrow, they speak of the moment after tomorrow. The priest writes it down, the glyph is a serpent's tongue. That tongue is the truth. The losers of the ball game did not get a trophy. They got the knife, the obsidian blade, sharper than steel, black as the underworld. The priests cut their heads, the heads rolled down the temple steps. The blood fed the maze fed the city fed the gods. Some say the winners were sacrificed, that death was the prize, that to die on the pyramid was to ride the sun. The Maya did not fear death, they feared a death without meaning, a death without blood, a death without the knife. At the edge of the sacred cenote, a diver in a loincloth. He holds a torch, the torch smokes. The smoke curls upward. He jumps, the water swallows him. The torch hisses. He does not come up. The bubbles rise, then nothing. The priest waits, the rain god waits, the sky waits. 3 days, 3 nights, then the rain comes. The diver's body is never found. He is now the rain, he is now the cloud. Today, the abuelos light copal at the edge of the cenote. They throw corn, they throw flowers. They do not throw children. The children throw themselves into the water, laughing. The cenote is no longer a mouth, it is a swimming hole. But the old ones remember. The water remembers. The red water, the broken skulls, the rain that always came. The scribes carved the cartoons for 1,000 years. Then they stopped, the chisel fell, the stone remained. In the 9th century, the cities of the southern lowlands fell.
Tikukupan, Palenque, Bonampak, Yaxchilan.
The stelae were no longer carved, the temples were no longer painted. The ball courts grew grass, the reservoirs dried up. The plazas echoed with nothing. No one knows why. Drought, deforestation, war, famine. The kings promised rain, they bled their tongues, they threw children. The rain did not come, the people left, they walked north. They carried the maize on their backs, the white ear, the yellow ear. They carried the bones of their ancestors wrapped in cloth. They carried the masks of the Awa society. They did not carry the scribes. The scribes stayed behind, they carved one last date, 10.0000. Then they put down their chisels, they walked into the jungle. The jungle ate the cities, trees grew through the roofs, vines strangled the glyphs. The howler monkeys moved into the palaces. The gods did not notice, the gods had already left. But the Maya did not disappear, they are not a mystery. They are not a lost civilization, they are not a question mark. They are the people in the highlands, the weavers of Chiapas, the corn farmers of Guatemala, the milpa keepers of Yucatan. They speak the old languages, they count the token. They do not need the cities were the tombs of kings. The people are the body of the maize. The Spanish king Diego de Landa, the bishop of the Yucatan. He saw the codices, he saw the folding books, the bark paper, the glyphs. He said,
these are the works of the devil.
He built a pyre in the plaza of Mani, thousands of codices, the history of 1,000 years. Ash in the wind, the fire burned for 3 days. One Papavu survived, hidden in a church in Chichicastenango. A priest copied it by hand, a thief stole it, a scholar found it. The words return, the words always return. The 13th Baktun ended in 2012, the winter solstice. The world did not end, the calendar turned. The Maya smiled.
We never said it would end. We said it would begin again.
The zero turned over, the cycle restarted. The long count continues. We are in 13. 0, 0, 0, 0. A new world, same sun, same maze.
Today, the abuelos light copal in the caves of Xibaoba. Today,
The Ajikij count that's sulking
the 260 days,
to 13 numbers.
the 20 names.
Today, the milpa grows, the corn pushes through the soil. The maize god is not dead, he is in every tortilla. The ball game is still played, not with rubber but with feet. The cenotes still hold their offerings, not blood but flowers. The stars still turn, the sun still rises, and the scribe is you carving this song.